use this opportunity to say a word on the recent genuine concerns and agitations by Nigerians about the excessive use of force and, in some cases, extrajudicial killings and wrongful conduct by many of the Nigerian police force. The disbanding of SARS is only the first step in our commitment to extensive police reform in order to ensure that the primary duty of the police and other law enforcement agencies remains the protection of lives and livelihoods of our people. We will also ensure that all those responsible for misconduct or wrongful acts are brought to justice. We also deeply regret the loss of life of the young man in Oyo State during the recent demonstrations. I have directed that the circumstances of his death should be thoroughly investigated. Meanwhile, it is important to recognize that the vast majority of men and women of the police force are hardworking and diligent in performing their duties. The few bad eggs should not be allowed to tarnish the image and reputation of the force.
As I said, that we need to look back into how Nigerian police force was established. Maybe we may find the causes of the problem, and then maybe the problem was from the background. Let us check and look back into how Nigerian police force began, how it was created by the British colonial masters in about 1861. Nigerian police force began with a 30-member consular guard formed in Lagos. That was Lagos colony in about 1861. In 1879, about 1,200 member armed paramilitary Hausa constabulary was formed. Then in 1896, the Lagos police was established. A similar force, the Niger Coast Constabulary, was also formed in Calabar in about 1894 under the proclaimed Niger Coast Protectorate in the north. The Royal Niger Company set up the Royal Niger Company, which was a constabulary in about 1888 with a headquarters at Lokoja. When the protectorates of the northern and southern Nigeria were proclaimed in early 1900, part of the Royal Niger Company constabulary became the Northern Nigerian Police, and part of the Niger Coast Constabulary became the Southern Nigerian Police. The Northern and Southern Nigeria were amalgamated in 1914. That was when Lord Lugard amalgamated the regions together. What happened again? Then the Nigerian police forces were not merged that time until 1930, when they formed the MPF, that is Nigerian Police Force, which is still remain till today. And when they formed Nigerian Police Force, headquarters was in Lagos during the colonial period, because at that time we have not attained our independence. That is, Nigerian Police Force is been existing before we got our independence, October 1st, 1960. During the colonial period, most police were associated with local governments, that is native authorities. In the 1960s, under the First Republic, these forces were first regionalized and then nationalized. The Nigerian Police Force, they performed conventional police function and was responsible for internal security and for supporting the prison police. They are in charge of supporting the prison and also supports they are supporting immigration and supporting the customs services, and also performing military duties within the within Nigeria or outside Nigeria as directed. Then plans were announced in the mid 1980. That was when late Alhaji Shehu Shagari was in government. They announced to expand the Nigerian Police Force to about 200,000. By 1983, according to the federal budget, the strength of the Nigerian Police Force was also about 152,000, but other sources estimated it to about between 20 and 80,000. That was their budget. Then we have reports saying that there were more than 1,300 police stations nationwide in Nigeria. Police officers were not usually armed. Police officers were not usually armed, but were issued weapons when required for specific missions or specific circumstances. They were often deployed throughout the country, but when Chief Olusegun Obasanjo became president in 1999, that is former Nigeria military head of state, he tried his best. Then when former Nigerian president, head of state as well, former Nigerian military president, that is how I can put it, because that is how Babangida introduced himself. Later he introduced himself as a military president. Now when General Ibrahim Babangida announced that a larger number of police officers will be posted to their native areas to facilitate police, that was what he meant. That time was community police. That is, they must have the relationship with their community. That is community relation. Then the Nigerian Police Force, under the general operational and administrative control of the Inspector General of Police, must be appointed by the President. That is the law. and responsible for the maintenance of the law and order in the country. That is why you will see the new IG was appointed by the Muhammadu Buhari. The course president is responsible to appoint Inspector General of Police. When the problem strike, you will see that Buhari invited IG to Abuja to take radical action to change SARS, and he changed it to SWAT, because police, they are in charge of maintenance of law and order, and then he must be supported. Any person appointed by the president as IG, that person must be supported by the Deputy Inspector General of Police. And in each state there must be police commissioners. The 1979 Constitution provided for a police service commission that was responsible for Nigerian police force policy, then responsible for the administration and finance, except for pensions. In February 1989, during Babangida regime, it was Babangida who abolished the Police Service Commission and established the Nigerian Police Council. And under direct presidential control, so the new council was head by the president, and was the new council must be chaired by the president. Then the chief of general staff, the minister of internal affairs, and the police inspector general of police is a member. These are the situation. But September 1990, Babangida involved SSS, State Security Service, as well to be part of the activities. Then in 1986, Nigerian Police Force also was reorganized as well. And that was the situation. Each command was under a commissioner of the police, and later was divided into police provinces and division under local officers. Nigerian Police Force headquarters, which was also an area command, supervised and coordinated the other area commands. Then later, these area commands were grouped under zone commands, as zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Zone 1, they established the headquarters for zone 1 in Kano and Katsina and Jigawa commands. Zone 2, they zoned the headquarters to be in Lagos, Ogun commands. Then zone 3, they zoned the headquarters to be in Yola with Adamawa and Gombe commands. Then 1986, Nigerian Police Force reorganized themselves as well, and also there was a tension between the police and the army, and superintendent was suspended for a time for grumbling that the army had power over the police, and there were fights between police and the army officers over border patrol jurisdiction. The Armed Forces Chief of Staff announced a thorough recognition of the Nigerian police force into the of police. So about 2,000 constables and 400 senior police are off grounded. In 1989, another Nigerian police force was reorganized, and they announced after the AFRC's acceptance of a report by Rear Admiral Murtala in state. So in 1989, the Nigerian police force also created monitoring the transition to civil rule. Each state unit of between 160 to 400 police was commanded by an assistant superintendent and equipped with vehicles, communication equipment, weapons, and some other control equipment. This is the situation of Nigeria police. Then created many other departments like Federal Investigation and Intelligence Bureau was also set up as the successor for the Directorate of Intelligence and Investigation. Then 3 directorates were established for operations and also for the administration and logistics, each headed by the Deputy Inspector General of Police in Nigeria, subdivided into 4 units under a Deputy Director, Operation Training, and the Directorate of Administration was composed of a unit. Then later they created some other departments under the Nigerian Police Force. The Force Criminal Investigation Department, Force Criminal Investigation Department, FCID, is the highest investigation arm of the Nigerian Police Force. The department is headed by and its primary function include investigating forces into sections, with most of them headed by Commissioner of Police. The sections are Administration, Anti-Fraud Section, the Central Criminal Registry, CCR, then Special Anti-Robbery Squad, that is SAS, on this program. So now, X Squad, a department called General Investigation, they have Special Fraud Unit, SFU, they have Legal Section, they have Forensic Science Laboratory, they have Interpol Liaison, they have Special Branch, they have Force CID Kaduna, they have Police Mobile Force, which was established as a striker or as a strike or anti-riot unit of Inspector General of Police to counter incidents of civil disturbance. It is designed to take over operation of the major crisis where conventional police units cannot cope. Then Police Service Commission with all the stakeholders, like they work with Nigeria Police Council, then they they report as well to the IG, and also they work with the Minister of Interior, the Finance, because many people complain that because the salary of the police is very, very low, maybe the Nigerian police force operating a budget between 1984 and 1988 remain about 360 million to about 380 million naira each. And in 1988 it was increased. 1988 Babangida increased their budget to 521 million, and then more notable were large, and it was 260.3 million, and that was in 1988 again. And then in because Babangida increased the equipment for the police and the weapons to combat the rising crime in the country. That was a situation during Babangida. After Babangida, during Olusegun came to power, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo also attempted to expand the Nigerian police force by reducing the recruitment age. He tried his best for the police. And during Obasanjo, many of the in care of the IG was stolen, about 1.6 trillion. Obasanjo was not happy situation that time, and he fired Tafa Balogun that amount of money on security before he left. And there are many problems before he left. And when Jonathan also became, there are lots of challenges in the country, Boko Haram and some other attack in Nigeria. Jonathan was not happy how the situation of the security was, and he fired the IG and also appointed Muhammadu Abubakar to replace Harvey's regime that time. And he said that because Nigerian police force was not working effectively, we need to change the IG. He believed that was Muhammad Abubakar. He believed that he was capable to work on internal security challenges in Nigeria. Now, today, this is 2020, the problem continued. The problem continued. If we check the record, we will see that we have about 26 IG so far. So before we attain our independence, there are some British colonial master who ruled the Nigerian police, who handle the security unit for us as IG. In 1930 to 1935, it was Mr. C.W. Dunker was appointed as Inspector General. That also was appointed as IG between 1935 and 1936. Then Sir Bouvet, 1956 to 1962, Mr. Hodge, 1962 to 1964. These are the British who handled the police affair in Nigeria. So between 1930 to 1964, then later we have Nigerians in charge of police, and that was 1964. After the independence, we have Lewis Edet, who was appointed as Inspector General of Police in 1964 to 1966. After him, Kam Selam came. Some call him Salim, but some used to call him Selim. 1966 to 1975. Then Muhammadu is from Katsina. He came. He was appointed as IG between 1975 to 1979. Then Adamu Sulaiman came between 1979 to 1981. Sunday Adewusi between 1981 to 1983. Etim Iyang 1985 to 1986. Muhammadu Gambo 1986 to 1990. Aliyu Atta in 1990 to 1993. During Babangida regime, we had about 3 Inspector General of Police. Why? Because of the security challenges. That is why Babangida continued to change the IG so that we can have good security in the country. After Babangida, before Babangida left, we have Ibrahim Kumasi as IG till 1999. When Obasanjo came, he removed him and put Muslim Smith, who is the chairman of the panel investigating the SARS right now. So Muslim Smith was Inspector General of Police in Nigeria between 1999 to 2002. 2002 he left. Then Mustafa Balogun came. Mustafa was appointed as Inspector General of Police between 2002 and 2005. He was the first Inspector General of Police to be fired, alleged or accused of corruption, because Obasanjo believed that he stole 1.6 trillion naira from the police kit. Obasanjo fired Tafa Balogun and replaced him with Sunday Idero, who became IG 2005 to 2007. Then Mike Okiro came 2007 to 2009. Ogbonna Onovo came 2009 to 2010. Hafiz regime came between 2010 to 2012. During his time, Uh, Nigeria had many security challenges, and people complain about Nigerian police force for the Boko Haram, that they have to change Nigerian police. The pressure was too much on Jonathan that time, and Jonathan decided to change Hafiz regime and replace him with Muhammadu Abubakar. Abubakar became IG 2012, and he left when Suleiman Abba was appointed as new IG in Nigeria between 2014 to 2015. 2015 and 2016, Oluma Araze became Nigeria Inspector General of Police. Then Ibrahim Idris came as Inspector General of Police 2016 to 2019, and appointed Muhammadu Adamu, who is Inspector General of Police. He was appointed 2019 till present. That is the situation that we are in Nigeria right. So far, Nigerian police force needs to reform Nigerian police. For records, and those people who have interest in our program, because our program is designed for education, and also we work hard all the time to bring educative program. Today is a special report news. This is Louis Edits, first Nigeria Inspector General of Police, who handled the Nigerian police activities 1964 to 1966. After him, as I said, during his time, he himself had many security challenges, and after him, Kamselem came. This is Kamselem. They named the Nigeria Police Headquarters after his name. In Lagos, I think so. The Abuja Police Headquarters is Louis Edits. This is the second Inspector General of Police in Nigeria between 1966 to 1975. After this man, the Nigerian government appointed Muhammadu Diko Yusuf. People used to call him MD Yusuf. He is from Katsina. He died April 2015. Oh, shall I say? After him, we have Adamu Suleiman, and after Adamu, Sunday Adewusi. He died 2016. He's from Ogbomoso, Oyo State. He was Inspector General of Police in Nigeria Buhari, he worked with Shagari. He worked with Shagari, who was Nigerian president from 1979 to 83. After him, Etim Eyang came. This man worked with Babangida for 1 year, 85 to 86. This is Eyang. Then after him, then they believe another IG who was Al-Ilory. He's from Okene, related to former late Kwara State Governor Alhaji Adamu Atta. Al-Ilory was Inspector General of Police 1990 to 1993. He worked Babangida before Babangida left the government. After him, Ibrahim Kumasi came. Ibrahim Kumasi, between 1993 to 1999, he worked as IG. He worked when Obasanjo also was in government, and this is Ibrahim Kumasi. Each one of them, they tried their best to give Nigeria security in the country, but due to some challenges, so we have too much IG in Nigeria. After him, Chief Musliu Smith came. Musliu Smith was IG between 1999 to 2002. He worked with Chief Olusegun Obasanjo in Nigeria, and he tried his best because this man have a very, very good record in the Nigerian police, and that is why Muhammad Buhari appointed him as chairman, and he's been working since he retired for the progress of Nigeria. That is Musliu Smith. After Musliu Smith, then Mustafa Balogun, that is Tafa. Mustafa Adebayo Balogun became Nigerian Inspector General of Police 2002 till 2005. There are many challenges when he was IG in the country as well. Each IG, as I said, they faced many challenges, and then he was fired by Obasanjo. He was fired. Then after him, Sunday Indero came. 2005 to 2007. He worked with Goodluck Jonathan. He worked with Jonathan and Yaradua. 2005, after Obasanjo left, he handed over to Yaradua. and he worked with Yaradua before Yaradua died. Then after him, Okiro came. Mike Okiro, he became IG 2005 to 2007, and this man, he challenged Nigerian police force all the time, even before he left. When he was in this position as IG, he worked hard to reduce the crimes in Nigeria. He tried his best, and many of the time we had a press conference with him when I was working in National Assembly, and we met him, and there was a time he said that Nigerians have lost confidence in police. He said this statement when the bombing of the force headquarters in Abuja happened, and some others across the country has been bombed by the terrorists. And he said it will be very difficult for the police to prove to Nigerians that his men were capable of providing security. This man said it. That is, they have challenges of equipment in Nigeria. Not that they were not well trained, but they have challenges of equipment and gadgets. And he said when policemen are unable to protect themselves, how can they protect the citizen? Okiro said this on a television program in Abuja, and he said that he should focus on many things he like at a time that the force is facing so many challenges. He was advising the president, and he said he was advising the new IG then, and he said that he has to regain the confidence of the Nigerians in the police force, because Nigerians have lost confidence in the Nigerian police, which is very, very sad. He said he himself was not happy, and he said if you lose confidence in someone who is going to protect you, it is sad. That is the loss of confidence. So that is a problem. That is somebody that you rely on to protect you, and you have lost confidence in him. So that is Mike Okiro. After Okiro, we have Onobo. This man appointed as IG 2009 to 2010 and after him then Hafiz Regime came. Hafiz Regime from 2010 to January 2012. He worked with Jonathan, and when Jonathan was pressurized due to the security challenges in Nigeria, they advised Goodluck Jonathan to change this man. They said he cannot handle the terrorist attacks, because too much of attacks. Many of the terrorists claimed that they were responsible for many of the attacks in Nigeria. At that time, international organization also put much pressure on Jonathan. We had many press meetings with Jonathan, and then many of Nigerian journalists also advised the president to do something positively to ensure that Nigerians received quality security. And Jonathan changed habits. He brought this man, Muhammadu Abubakar. He became IG 2012 till 2014. Because 2014 he left and Sulaiman Abba came. Sulaiman Abba was appointed as IG between 2014, and he himself tried his best for Nigeria. Then they changed him again. Brought this man, Oluma Araze, was appointed as IG 2000. Him, he brought Ibrahim Idris. Buhari brought this one. He worked with Buhari from 2016 to 2019. Then Muhammadu Adamu came. Buhari appointed this one again as Inspector General of Police in Nigeria. As I said, that due to all the attacks and some other security challenges in Nigeria, that is why it is very sad today that Nigeria has been listed among the most dangerous country around the world. Why? Because Nigeria needs a president who can bring people to the table and get things done. A president who is ready to help Nigerian youth. A president who is ready to listen to the Nigerian youth and have the clear details and bring opportunities and bring security to all Nigerians generally. Nigeria is hungry for a leader who will level with the Nigerian people and security. Nigerians is a great nation, but poor human rights. Nigerians youth are looking for a leader who will bring Nigerian back on track. Nigerians are hungry for a new leadership and new direction. Nigerians need a leader who will solve our energy problem. Nigerians youth need a leader who will solve road problems. A leader who will solve security, education, unemployment problem. A a leader who is ready to fight against embezzlement, corruption in the police, forgery, assassination, tyrant, thuggery, violation of rule of law. A leader who is ready to work against kidnapping in the country, unstable economy in the country, healthcare problem in Nigeria, who is ready to work on the good banking and finance system, a leader who is ready to approve the true freedom of press in Nigeria. Nigeria are not lazy. Nigerians are not lazy. Nigerian youth particularly are not lazy. They work hard to survive. They are working hard to have a decent living. Nigeria need to change the way of thinking and new system of coordinating the system and the security challenges. It is sad news to confirm that this is happening within the Nigerian police. In Nigeria, Nigerian police needs to reform Nigeria police, and Nigerian government must help Nigerian police. Nigerian government needs to help Nigerian police, because our police, they need modern crime fighting facilities over and over. So Nigerian police, they need modern crime fighting facilities, including appropriate communication gadgets. They need vehicle. They need forensic and detective facilities. Our police, they need more strength in the area of police intelligence unit for timely crime detection and prevention using modern tested methods. Federal Highway Patrol Unit, airways and marine patrols, all these are needed. They need to retrain Nigerian police, and they need to re-equip them. They need major national highway so that Nigerians can enjoy this patrol 24 hours. Because Nigerian police, if you see where some of the Nigerian police are living, you will pity them. And then the accommodation problem, as I said, sometime, but I'm sure with this ongoing protest, Nigerian government will sit right and understand that Nigerian youth are not happy with the situation. They are not happy with the situation. This is the problem on ground. This is the problem on ground. As I said, that the Nigerian police, they are aware what the Nigerian youth needs from them. That is why, and because they understand what happened, they know that this protest is not just ordinary protest. That is why the Nigerian Police Commission, they have promised to dismiss about 37 ex-SARS operatives from the service, and they have promised to prosecute about 24 operatives according to the report and what the presidential panel submitted to the PSC chairman Musliu Smith in Abuja on Friday 17/10/2020. I'm sure something good will come out from this. As I do my program, or when we are discussing about problems, solution, before I discuss about the solution, let us look into the salary, because a police job is not an easy task. It's a very risky job, and they are responsible to protect the lives and properties of the citizen, as I said. If we look into salary of the Nigerian police, according to the report, we can see that Nigerian police force, they have been deployed to 36 states in Nigeria, including FCT Abuja, working on behalf of Nigerian government, because we have federal police in Nigeria. Constable earn about 46,000 naira per month. Corporal is about 52,000 naira. Sergeant earns about 62,000 naira. Unconfirmed inspector earns about 78,000. Confirmed inspector earn about 123,000. One-star ASP earn about 132,000 naira. Confirmed ASP earns about 139,000 naira. DSP earns about 142,000 naira. And if we look into the police recruits, monthly is about 9,000 per month. Annually is about 108,233 naira. And police constable is about 43, but some reports say it's about 46,000 naira. But let us look into some other area of the senior police officers, like a commissioner of police. Monthly earns about 302,000 naira, 970, and assistant inspector general of police earns about 499,000 naira, and deputy inspector general of police earns about 546,000 naira per month, and inspector general of police earns about 711,000 naira per month, and assistant commissioner of police monthly earns about 212,000 naira, and Chief Superintendent of Police earns about 299,000 naira. Now, if we look into this salary, if increasement of the salary will bring more quality services to the Nigerian government to look into this, or National Assembly to look into this and advise Nigerian presidents to do something good for this, for the of lives and property of the, apart from salary. Nigerian government must increase Nigerian police force salary, as I said, and provide them standard accommodation with enough allowances. Number one. Number two, police should stop humiliating Nigerians. This is one of the solutions to make Nigerian youth to be happy with the Nigerian police. They should stop harm. Federal government also needs to reform Nigerian police force. As I said, each leaders, each IG, you have to review what are the challenges of each IG and what are the solutions. You need to set up special committee to investigate and look into this. I'm sure something good will come out from this. Federal government knows that Nigerian youth use this Endsars protest to end SARS, and they have achieved this, which is very, very good. We appreciate Nigerian government for listening to the Nigerian youth and to review all the protests, and they took necessary action because they have dissolved SARS. And this new SWAT, they have to work hard to meet up with the Nigerian youth requirements. That will be a very good action. And federal government must know that Nigerian youth are not lazy. They just need to work hard to create more employment for the youth, and also with the fuel and electricity hikes as well. Nigerian police, they need more funding. Nigerian government must increase their budgets because they are working hard 24 hours with the community. That we make them to, or that we facilitate the good services. These are the solution, and also the Nigerian government must involve psychology and sociology and intelligence to the training of the police, because when they understand what psychology is, psychology deals with the behavior, have academic background on these are the solution that I think will bring good quality, good services to their because, as I said, Nigerian youth are not happy on this. They have to do something about this.
Hello and welcome to the Arise interview, where we take time to reflect on the big stories from the news and on the fortunes and affairs of the world in an hour of conversation described as subversive elements and troublemakers, pledging loyalty to President Buhari and saying it is ready to support the civil authority to maintain law and order. It comes as the government's Security Committee in Abuja announces a ban on all Endsars street demonstrations in the Nigerian capital, saying they violate COVID-19 safeguards. Or is it perhaps time for the Nigerian authorities to seize the moment and restructure and refocus not just the police, but also the country itself? We'll hear from one of Nigeria's most prominent politicians, the former presidential candidate and two-term governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke, coming up.
Communities and are watching Nigeria. They know the pains. They know what is happening to the Nigerian youth. Before I end today's program, conclusion: Nigerian police. Nigerian government should allow the Nigerian police to involve the experts and foreign to more in the area of psychology. Any situation in the country, this will be helpful for them. This is where we end today's program. My name remains Dr. Dauda Al-Awwal Al-Ilory from London. Good night.
وملكي تهبت جمالك الله يا راحم البرايا يا واهب العطايا والفضل والمزايا جمالك الله أبنا يا ربي تزيل كل كرب تشفي سويد قلبي Jamalukala.
T-Rain on the mix.
Ẹni tí ológun wà lọ́lọ́hún, ẹni tí olóòtẹ̀ àwòwá rẹ̀ o, ẹni tí kì í ṣe pé a máa súre o, ẹni tí olàwọ̀ òsè àlónú mímọ́. Ẹni tí ológun wà lọ́lọ́hún ni ẹni tí olóòtẹ̀ àwòwá rẹ̀ ni ẹni tí kì í ṣe pé a máa súre o, ẹni tí olàwọ̀ òsè àlónú mímọ́. Alẹ́ ni tí ológun wà lọ́lọ́hún, ẹni tí olóòtẹ̀ àwòwá rẹ̀ o, ẹni tí kì í ṣe pé a máa súre o, ẹni tí olàwọ̀ òsè àlónú mímọ́. Ẹni tí ológun wà lọ́lọ́hún, ó yà lọ́lọ́hún ni ẹni tí olóòtẹ̀ ló wà láyé bí o, ẹni tí kì í ṣe pé a máa súre o, ẹni tí olàwọ̀ òsè àlónú mímọ́. Wàláì ìgbàgbọ́ ẹ̀dá ló ń rẹ̀dá lára dá láyé. Òtítọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wọn kòrò ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá wí o, a ò lè sọ ká kú lórí àníyàn tá a bá fi wí. Agbẹ́kẹ̀lé Ọlọ́run àgbà oore ní ọba tó tó tán tó tán ọba aláti ò lè tán. Ó tó mi ní tèmi ò lè rọjú ká láéláé. Ẹni tí ológun wà lọ, ẹni tí olóòtẹ̀ àwòwá rẹ̀, ẹni tí kì í ṣe pé a máa